When you ask the race fans what they think of Gary Rush, it is very simple.
Well, he's won 9 Australian titles. He's won a few New South Wales sprint car titles.
Well, it's the first one. Go for it, you know. So that's it. Now or never, huh? Yeah, that's right. Race fans, his first main event, Johnny Walsh.
Everything's just been happening right for us so far.
Yeah, Dennis Farr in tonight, he's been going well.
Yeah, Dennis has been doing real well.
Yeah.
The old timer's getting with it.
Oh, I don't know, I don't think you can carry, I can't fit the oxygen tank in the car with me to keep me up for 35 laps, but we'll give it our best shot.
You're driving very well, you've done exceptionally well.
Well,
you've been in the game a long time. How easy or how hard is it to plan what you're going to do in a big race like this?
Oh, the main thing is just to make sure the car's prepared right.
Fellow that knows what it's like to win an Australian championship. Welcome, Ron Cricky. Ron?
Well, so far so good. We qualified well, but you know the job's only half done.
One of my motors report to be putting out unbelievably 800 horsepower. So we reached the 600, past the 700, and now it looks like we're into the 800 now.
No, I didn't have a suit.
You didn't know that you were driving?
No, it was just an unfortunate accident that sort of put me in the seat, basically.
Anyhow, we're looking forward to a good night's racing and hope you do very well. Thanks Belinda.
You're not a Sydney person now, are you?
Yeah, I live here, I guess. I can be called a Sydney sider. Depends where, you know, what state I'm in at the time. If I'm in Sydney, I like to be called a Victorian. If I'm down in Victoria, I like to be called New South Wales. It's sort of good for publicity, you know?
Yeah, I started out going to my first meeting in about 1958, and I've been hooked ever since. They asked for a historian. Everyone took a step back, and I was it. So I started counting. No, I didn't hear the question properly.
Everybody's trying real hard, and just a now. Okay, it is up to you. We'll let you go and strap in, and good luck out there tonight. Danny Smith. All right, thanks all the fans for coming out. We appreciate it.
Max was evidently flying around the top, and he won the race. You know, he did better.
It's been a real thrill for us to have you in Australia. Look forward to you coming back next year.
Thank you, and I appreciate Australia for putting up with me, and we'll definitely be back.
I'd also like to thank all my crew, bumper to bumper. Where are they? At Penrith. Osgood Gym is a good place to go to keep fit, and Series 500 car care products to keep your car nice and clean.
Okay, well done. We know Brooke had 65 races in the States. How many did you clock up?
I ran 40 races.
Well, that's a lot of experience, everybody. Skip Jackson, home for second.
Things worked out well. That all goes to the guys on the crew. Put a lot of hours in working on the car. So Bevo, Wayne, Billy, Mark, Dean, Uncle Joe, thanks a lot for that.
No, Steve, we're having a good run at the moment, and we've got a new motor in, and it's going very well. And you know, all the boys are working hard, and sponsors are supporting me. Castrol.
I believe you were given VIP treatment, which is not afforded to a lot of drivers, so obviously they thought there was a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to go down there with a good race team with Jack Roush and run one of Mark Martin's cars down there and test for a couple days, and everything went pretty good. And
I'd like to thank the Speedcars for putting on great racing, the promotion for having us here. Me and Toyota, Place of Auto Special Repairs, and Ultimate Auto Cooling for all their help. Thanks very much.
But hell of a good race, and I was happy to be up here.
You're running on good terms and running as if you're enjoying it.
I'm having a big time out there actually, and I wish I'd got started a bit earlier.
And I know it's a Valvoline night, but I use Castrol. And Ronnie O'Brien, thank you very much. He sponsors us, Landon Toyota. I'd like to thank all my pit crew, Alan Tosh for the engine work.
That's the way it goes. Steve drove a terrific race, and so did Gary. We just hope we can keep up the, the form for the rest of the season.
You must have been encouraged by your own performance tonight. Kinser's not invincible.
Kinser who?
Mr. Valvoline has won the Valvoline, Stephen Gold. And boy, was that wheel running hot for the last 5.
That rear disc was a little bit hot, Steve. We had a bit of a residual line pressure problem in the brake, and it held the brake up. I nearly didn't get the thing going. We were pretty lucky there, actually.
I don't know. We got lucky tonight, I guess.
And it feels nice to win.
It's a very good feeling when it's first time, so it's, it's good.
And good luck next 2 nights.
I just think it's the greatest form of motorsport on earth. This is where it happens. This is the track in Australia, and the genuine races are here tonight.
And I'd like to thank Craft Differentials for their support. Without their support, probably a lot of guys wouldn't be racing at the moment. And just like to thank
Mum and Dad?
Mum and Dad, yeah, mainly Mum and Dad.
Yes, thanks very much, Steve.
on behalf of young Stephen Graham and his crew and his dad. His dad's one of the really good guys at Speedway.
Yeah, thanks very much. We felt pretty good early. I thought him with a real good shot here, but then we got a bit loose half that red light and that, and we just sort of had to hang in there to the end. I'd just like to thank my sponsors and my father and everyone, and congratulate Colin on a good drive.
About halfway through the race, I noticed on a yellow light that the wing was cracked, so I tried to stay away from the rough stuff a bit. And I was lucky at the end there. We kept having yellow lights every 5 laps in, so I didn't get too bad in lap traffic.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here. You know, racing's the same whether you're up in the States or down here. You know, sprint car fans are worldwide people, and they're the neatest people in the world. There's no better racing fans anywhere.
Yeah, it was a tough race, and Rod and Leland just got through the traffic a little bit quicker than me tonight, and it was all over. But I'd just like to thank Valvoline and Champion for all their support, and also STP for backing speed car racing. Thanks.
I come here to go racing, and we do everything. We do the homework at home. It's a brand new car. We're quite happy with it. I'd like to thank STP for putting on the show tonight, Peter Jackson, and you know the crowd, one of the biggest crowds we've seen for a long time. And
I rode the back wheel and the car went up, and I didn't quite know exactly where I was headed. You know, you don't sort of because the car spent most of the time in the air. It didn't feel quite as bad as it might well have looked.
Yeah, thanks for that, Steve. You know, it's a great thrill to be back in victory lane. I've had a short comeback, and it's just really great to beat Steve Kinser. You know, I've set my goals in my whole life to beat Steve Kinser in a race. I'm just proud to race him in Australia and beat him over here.
A great way to start the season, Peter. You've won the feature race and you build your own cars.
Yeah, it's a good way to kick off the year. We build our own car back at the shop. It's a coil car, it's different. It's good to win in front of Gary and Todd. They're probably the hardest competitors to beat. I was lucky I started in front, and I'm looking for a big year, and this is a great track, and it's really good to race here. Thank you.